Hey, it's Jeremy Williams, broker owner of the Bannack Real Estate Group. Here we are at the end of the third quarter, headed into the fourth quarter of 2021. And a lot of people have been reaching out to us asking, hey, what do you expect to see this winter in the marketplace? And what should we be preparing for next year? So usually I answer that question by going over a couple of KPIs, key performance indicators that we're watching to give us a really good idea of where we're headed. So one of the ones that we look at is how many homes have sold this year versus previous years. Well, right now we're just over 1,000 homes sold around the Missoula area, which is actually about 12% lower than it was last year. However, a lot of that has to do with the limited inventory. In fact, out of about 80,000 people that live in Missoula here, there's only 129 homes for sale in all price ranges. And considering that over 30 to 40 of them are over $1 million, when you really break that down, that's not very many options in most price ranges. So inventory is incredibly low. So we're definitely watching inventory. And how we watch inventory is one of the indicators we call absorption rate. Absorption rate is simply how many homes are for sale compared to the number of buyers that are in the marketplace at any given time. So according to the National Association of Real Estate, if you have 6 months of inventory, meaning if no other homes come on the market, it takes 6 months for all those buyers that are in the market to absorb those homes, that's considered a normal market. If you're over 6 months, it's a buyer's market. If you're under 6 months, it's considered a seller's market. Currently, we're averaging about 1.23 months of inventory. Essentially what it means is it's still extreme seller's market and there's very few homes available at any given time. And so we're going to be watching that over the next year or two to start creeping up, maybe headed towards more of a normal market. And one of the things that's going to be a key indicator there is this year, not a lot of developments got subdivided. And a lot of that had to do with just the process and to get into the final plats to allow builders to build new homes. Well, we're going to see a lot more new construction next year that's going to help soften, not in a bad way, more of a normalizing way for our market, should provide some much needed inventory heading next year. Simply what that means is if you're selling a house and you want to get into a new house, you're still going to be able to get a great price for the home you're selling, and you ought to be able to replace that at a better price or a little bit easier. Find a house that you're interested in a little bit easier than it was this year and especially last year. The other indicator that we're watching is what we call list the sales price. Meaning if we put a home on the market at one price, does it sell for more or less than the price that we listed it for? And this is an indication of whether the buyers are willing to keep paying more for homes or they're pulling back saying, hey, homes are getting a little bit more expensive in this marketplace and we're not ready to spend that much money for a home. Well, earlier this year we saw at a high 107% list the sales price, meaning if you put it on for $400,000, it'd sell for 7% more on average. Right now we've seen that decline down to 102%. That's normal for this time of the year. Most of these buyers have been looking all year for homes. Maybe they started in the spring and the houses they looked at as spring were a lot less expensive than that same house that's coming on the market here in the fall. So that's a little bit normalizing for the time of the year, but we're watching absorption rate and list the sales price as an indication of, is our market softening? A lot of people have been reaching out and saying, hey Jeremy, when's the best time to sell your home? And really the question I start with is, are you in the house that you want to be in for the next 5, 10, 15 years? Because as the market changes and prices continue to go up, interest rates come up, it's going to be really important that we time it properly. So if you even thought about it, please reach out. You can reach us at 926-6767, and we look forward to talking to you soon.